Oh, the music's not coming through again. Why must you be this way? There we go. Hey. I'm not 4-leaf whiskey. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Mental Musings. What's up? How's things? That's swell. The weekend comes to an end once more. Terrible that may be. It happens every week. So we kind of get used to it. I gotta switch out. Ooh. We got our YouTube stream going, right? But Twitch, it doesn't want to do that. There's been some weird stuff happening with Twitch. It sounds horrible. I only hear little bips and bops. But there's some streamers I listen to with what they're doing and have opinions on freaking what's happening with Amazon and Twitch sort of taking over. Or sorry, Amazon taking over. Not good. Bottom line, turns out Amazon becoming a fully corrupt thing like it is won't do better for the streaming platform. Oh man, I have to copy the word sláinte now. Son of a bitch. Oh, first of all, Zemdude, hello. Welcome. I hope your leftovers are good. Well, we'll just do this for the moment. Actually, no. Oh, hold on. I got this. I have to copy the word sláinte because I don't have the easy way to do it by... I want to spell it correctly is what I'm trying to say. And that little A accent thing is annoying, so. I hope your leftovers are good. Cat Huey, hello. That was the wrong button. Dr. Pass Whiskey, hello. There you go. Thank you all for bringing your time and attention here as always. Greatly appreciate it. Time for a jam after paying the bills? Hell yeah. God damn. God damn. Christy, hello. Or as I seem to say when I go past people, hello. I almost feel like I should start saying it more like Roy does. Hello, whiskey folk. Terrible, terrible accent. So, buttons. All right, everything good? Sweet. I had to make sure Twitch was up to speed. I have made the mistake of getting into modifying with Cyberpunk 2077. So I'm trying to make it look freaking amazing, but I also might have my computer collapse internally if I keep doing it. I haven't actually really started, but we're there. We're getting there. Ew, I'm sweaty. So the exciting part that I need to share with you now is what I've been doing for the past 30 minutes. I got a text after sending a message out from my bicycle guy, Bob. He fixes bicycles. And I had to drop off my bicycle there yesterday because if you've been following around with bicycle streams, which I do often, the brakes on the right-hand side kind of went. They just didn't work anymore. Terrifying. Turns out, after having a bicycle for 10 plus years and riding untold miles on it, I could try to check actually. And this is only for like the app I use. Let's see if it knows. Doubtful. Let's see what. My watch just did a thing at me. All my electronic. Nope. Okay. Jesus. Apparently I have an option to call 911 on my watch. That's good to know. Cripes. And I almost did it. I said push for 3 seconds to call 911. I'm like, no, don't touch it, Brian. What are you doing? God damn. All right. We have a question in our minds now, and I need to know. Question is, how many miles have I approximately ridden in my lifetime with my current bicycle? I don't know if it's going to show me that. That feels like something where I'd be like, yeah, you got to pay for that, by the way. I'm on a 16 weekly streak. That means for the past 16 weeks, I have ridden my bicycle. So I'm boiling this down to, oh. All right. To give you an idea, statistics for this year, 542.8 miles. What the hell? What about of all time? I've done 314 miles. I have officially ridden, this is what we were looking for, 3,570 miles. Approximately, estimate, vague. That is about halfway across the country. I think. Or is it halfway across the country? Oh, damn, I don't remember. I think it was 7,000 miles round trip, right? I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of miles. That isn't why we're celebrating, though. What do I need? I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, I have the glass. We're having some whiskey tonight. I'm going on early because Four Leaf has, apparently there was a tornado nearby and everything's gone to shit. So she could not stream tonight. And I am taking over. Yeah, it is. That is. That's, I feel like I should tell my friends about that. It's like, by the way, it really makes the, 26 miles I did recently seem much smaller. But it's pretty good. Okay, so it's almost halfway. The round trip for cross country was 7,524 miles. So pretty much, almost. I'm not gonna do the math, but wait a minute. Okay, good. I saw Kathy Huey's number. It's like 7350. Nope. A couple hundred miles more than that. Anyway, if we want to count that as a celebratory thing, we can. But now we officially understand why my brake pads were shot. That makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, I traveled 3,570 miles on said brake pads. I have not changed them once since I got that bicycle, so that is official. That's when they conked out. 3,000 something odd miles, they conk out. I had to get new ones. I dropped my bicycle off yesterday. He had to order them because they were not the normal pads that he is accustomed to. They were actually smaller. So that was a fun thing to find out. We've got to find out new things about my bike. One, the brake pads are very tiny. And two, it has some magnets involved down there. And he was like, oh, this is different. So it was fun for me to like bring my bicycle to the bike guy and him being like, that's new. Oh, that makes things easier. So that was funny. Thing is, if I dropped the bicycle off yesterday and the pads were ordered for overnight, so they're supposed to show up today, what does that mean? If the bike was ready today, which I didn't expect it to be, I could pick it up. So approximately 30 minutes ago, he texted me and said it's ready. And I said, oh, this is just after I posted the stream to go live at 6 p.m., by the way. You see what's happening here? You catching on? I zipped over there. Thankfully, it's very close. Less than 10 minutes away. Talked to him briefly because he always likes to chit-chat a little. That's fine. He likes to go over what he did, and he likes to chit-chat a bit about things. Usually related to the bike. Unfortunately, a friend of his died. That was hard to hear. And he got the bequeathment. He got everything. And they were a hoarder. So that's a whole other problem, isn't it? The grief and then the responsibility. You're like, why? Why have you done this to me? What did I ever do to you? Anyhow. Oh, you know what? I was thinking of grabbing one of my bottles off the shelf, but I'm not really feeling anything. And, sorry, I just did the microphone, didn't I? You're going to help me with something, but you can't tell anybody. There is someone who I don't think watches the channel. If you are watching the channel, I forget the name. Hold on. We got to get that figured out. Okay, I got in. Membership renewal. I'm never really sure about these 5 classes. Don't get distracted. Fine. Fine. So I'm very warm right now because I dashed over there, grabbed my bicycle, shoved it in the trunk, drove it back here. Within 30 minutes, with 5 minutes to spare, I got here on the property again, zipped inside, hit the restroom, turned all the lights on. Here we are at our earlier time. Phew! I haven't cooled off yet. I'm still warm from being outside. But, and the bicycle's still in my car, so I have a reminder for this evening. 1, I have to do laundry. 2, which I should have started, but I didn't. 2, I have to get the bicycle out of my car. I don't need to. If I forget, it'll just be in my car, but I don't like leaving things that are valuable in my vehicle. And that bicycle, since I've had it for so long and ridden so many miles, you know, I like to know where it is. And it's patched up. It's fixed up. We'll see how well it rides tomorrow, because I am in a class tomorrow, which this is what happens sometimes when I got frazzle-dazzled hard, and I don't like it. When there's like 15 million different things that I have to remember and do. It hit 102 today. That's awful. No one should live in that temperature. That's wrong. The human body doesn't like that. If we are living in conditions that the human body literally rejects, we shouldn't be in that. We should be doing something to fix that. What am I looking at my phone for? Classes. So if you're going to be up tomorrow morning, for whatever reason, I will be riding my bicycle at approximately... I'll probably head out around 8:30 a.m., give or take. Because I give myself 30 minutes to get there, and I want to be there 15 minutes early. Class starts at 9:15. Or is it 9:30? Oh, please. It is 9:15. So, I just got into that today. My coach was probably, most likely, kind enough to add me in, even though, you know, the group might be 7 people instead of the usual 6. Let's just put it that way. Oh, I guess I get to celebrate the end of the week, too. Woo. So this Friday, and what we're going over, a couple of oof, geez. It's strange that 2 things happen on this day at different dates, but can't think about that too much. So I changed this, which I really didn't need to. Okay, there we go. I didn't change it completely. Good God. I'll get there. On Friday, coming up, is when I stopped drinking alcohol in 2024. And then once we made it through a year, I stopped drinking. No, I didn't stop drinking. I allowed myself to have 3 ounces of whiskey a month, or at least 2 drinks. Or, sorry, 2 drinks. 2 alcoholic beverages approximately for this past year. And as some of you may know, that has paid off. My health is better, and that is why the title of this night's stream is Sláinte. Sláinte translates to health. So whenever you're saying Sláinte to everyone when you raise a toast, it's basically saying to your health, which is a good one. Ooh. Oh. And with the good news that my liver has improved, that everything I've done for the past 2 years has helped, that is reason to celebrate. So that's what we're doing. To your health. To my health as well. We already had a little whiskey today with a certain someone who knows who they are. And certain things have switched hands. I don't see Sugar Kitty here yet. But whenever he gets here, I will let him know about that. As for what we're doing, I will show you. Oh, and I don't know if I've shown this officially. I was supposed to. There's so many things I'm supposed to do. You don't understand. I think I showed this for one of my gaming streams, maybe, from yesterday, but Zenboot returns. There you go. I am an artiste. Behold. Behold the Buddha in all its glory. Look at that contented smile. So this is a Buddha head that is at a local coffee shop that is in this stone, well, whatever that thing is. It's a stone planter, I think that's what I can call it. And it's resting there just smiling peacefully. And it's one of those, like the big head and the weird hair. So I made something approximating that for my painting session on Friday. And you may have seen me stream that day. I don't know what I streamed. I might have played a game, and I might have... I think I definitely did 2 cycling streams. So I did a stream on the way down. Thank you, Zenbo, for showing up on the Twitch. And I did one back at night. That was fun. And as I said, stick around tomorrow. I will very likely be doing another stream of riding to my class and riding back. Great painting, thank you. I know you're humoring me, but thank you. I do like that you can sort of figure out what it is at a glance. My only complaint is I couldn't really figure out a way, like when you have this kind of paper, you know, you can't use white, so I just had to sort of leave things out. And I gotta tell you, that Buddha face is not pure white. It is very weather washed, but I wanted to leave it as sort of this beaming, peaceful thing. So there's my interpretation. These look like flowers, I know. I actually don't know what I was doing there. I just decided to use yellow. It felt right. And it did sort of fit the planter feel. I wish I could have blended it better, but I also realized that when working with watercolors, you don't really blend them together unless you want brown or gray. So I had to be very careful where I was trying to mix things up so it didn't turn into something awful. Everyone else's paintings look better than mine because of course they did, but thankfully, here's the thing. I painted that and I'm okay with it. It doesn't look fantastic. It doesn't look terrible. You get the idea across. There you go. Success. And I don't hate it. That's a new level for me. I did something artistic and I didn't hate it. I see improvements I can make, but that's fine. Every artiste thinks that, I'm sure. So, a couple of things we're going to do tonight. We're going to do something whiskey related to start with. And you're going to help me with this. Because in the Alzheimer's giveaway, which I hear raised a lot of money. I'm pretty sure I talked about it recently, but I don't remember. So we're going to go think about it now. So look forward to next Friday, is what I'm trying to say. The stop drinking officially was that day, and I'm looking forward to that as well. But right now we're celebrating the good news of my health is good. Yay. You know, everything I did paid off. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. Like, there's part of me that I was one of the artsy kids. I did theater, I did art, like drawing, when I was younger. And I have a lot of my old drawings still, and I might show them to people at some point. They're not ideal, but they're not terrible. Like, there's some things you can look back on that luckily I still have. Like the fact that I have anything from when I was a child or in high school or anything like that. I think that's both a blessing and a curse, so to speak. As the saying goes. So I'll look over some of that stuff. Like, should I draw again? Sugar Kitty Meow. The cookies have been delivered, is all I need to say to you. They are in hand. So what we're trying to do for this whiskey stuff, 4-leaf is whiskey for her hour, so 6 to 7 whiskey stuff. I'm going to try to incorporate that, one, by pouring myself some whiskey, which that is one thing I have to figure out. And you're going to help me with that, and you're going to help me with the selection, or at least I will help myself a bit to narrow down some options. Now, where have I put all my whiskey samples? They were such a pain because I had so many, and I'm looking around my feet and going, where are they? Oh, there they are. They're just buried under a bunch of junk. What a surprise. And there are a bunch of pamphlets here, pieces of paper, which is unfortunate because I don't remember where they are. Like we have, I am not good at organizing, and I do not say ever that I'm good at anything when it comes to keeping stuff, but I do keep stuff. So I have a number of things that were nice. The Whiskey Samurai sent me some Jack Daniels at one point. I have the sheet here with that. We have more. Whiskey Samurai was nice. Whiskey Samurai, where are you? It was very generous. They were giving me a whole bunch of whiskey samples way back. And this one was what? Ah! Well, who was this, though? I either won or was received a lucky 7-pack. So that distillery. Someone gave me a sample pack. I have a nice letter here. I'm not going to read. Whiskey Samurai again. Was very generous. So I have all these, but the problem is I don't know exactly which is which. Got something from Roy here. The thank you thing. So I have some answer sheets, is what I'm saying. Along with some letters, and you know, my stream did my channel did really well for a few years when it came to whiskey. But unfortunately, these have gotten so mixed in that I have so many samples that I don't know which is which. So at best, if I come across anything that looks like it could be this, I can at least look at those. I still have them, you know. I'm very fortunate in that regard. Oh wait, is this one of those meetups? I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I don't know. We are going to try to sort through some samples to figure out what to pour tonight. That's the first thing we're going to do. The second thing, and this may take 2 hours. I'm not looking for it to take 2 hours, but right, hang it easy. Hello. Hold, please. Everyone needs to get their little thing. There we go. So yes, we are celebrating tonight. Sugar Kitty Meow, where are you? Where'd you go? Here. That was very quiet. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here, and hang it easy. There we go. I didn't hear Sugar Kitties. I gotta do that again. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what... Here's the thing. I am of the mindset, I think you have to be a certain age where you can just start doing something and let it go. Like, nothing there was really planned except for a brief sketch. So, like, I sketched out the bottom part. I sketched out the face. And that's kind of it. And then the rest was, like, I had the idea of this kind of glow coming from this Buddha thing, which is always sitting there near the water in a very peaceful place. Kind of peaceful. It's next to the road, and the road is busy, but... I have been busy meeting with people. I did that today too, because those people travel sometimes, and it just made more sense to get everything out today. Noise. Most of this. Hang it easy. We were just saying that people shouldn't be in temperatures that their bodies reject. Like, if you go outside in 106 Fahrenheit, your body is going to be like, no, get out of this or die. Ugh. So, samples. We're going to look over a few of these. You guys can give me a heads up. We'll try to do something where it's like a yay or nay with everyone who's here, because I want you guys to participate. And we have, what I was trying to say earlier, the... sampler that I donated to the Alzheimer's fundraiser. I got in touch with the winner. I told him what I do and who I am. Like, I'm a whiskey som, so anything you have in mind that you'd be interested in, go ahead. He could have given me like a rough outline of just like Scotch, bourbon, whatever. But they gave me some specifics, which made it much easier for me to deal with. So I will give you the rough roundabout. I don't want to say who it is because I don't know. To sum up, a couple beginners or transition Scotch whiskeys, and they didn't brackets unpeated. We'll see. There are blends out there where you can't tell there's peat in it. Irish whiskey, or an Irish whiskey, a couple American single malts. They were very keen on single malts. And bourbon or rye, possibly finished. So I have some things in mind already. You guys are going to help me along with that because, well, we have 2 hours to kill. I'm sorry, 1 hour and 30 minutes, basically. Ha! Is that a thing? Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Easter and Christmas cards. Yes. I wasn't horrible. Like, people kind of praised my artistic ability, but the thing is, I remember what it was. I remember what really, like, made me just give up. And that was that other people were very much better than I was in making realism. So the people I knew, the kids around me, would draw things like they are, and they could just do it. And it made my art, which was very cartoonish, felt like shit. But unfortunately, when you're younger, and unfortunately, I guess my art teacher didn't pick this up because I didn't say anything. And I still did art through high school, but I didn't really love it anymore. I loved it as I was growing up, like elementary, middle school, and then high school. It's like, oh, everyone's better than me. So, you know, I didn't embrace the style I had, you know, and I should have. So I'm going to try to lean into that at some point, maybe a little bit. That's the Buddhist mantra? I didn't know. What the heck? Got an itch. I swear, if that dog had fleas, I'm going to be pissed. There was a dog at my bicycle guy's place, and I pet it, and now I have a weird itch. Maybe it's nothing. Yet I greatly welcome 10 degrees. I don't know. I think that's fine. I don't like it that cold, but at least there's a solution, and it involves like blankets or a fire. You know, just heating in general. I think that's what the reverse is. It's not crazy hard to get warmer, so to speak. There are numerous options to get warmer, but trying to get yourself cooled off, there are options, but they're not always easy options. There's like water, fan, air conditioning, my favorite. I've had my air conditioning on for like a week because there's been no reason to turn it off. But it does seem easier, like overall. I swear, if there was even one flea on that dog, I'd be so pissed. Well, I shouldn't touch strangers' dogs, but I also assume that they have, they don't have fleas on them, basically. I know. Immediately, I know I don't like that one. Some of these have been tried, so for those, at least I can skip them, especially if I know what they are. Like I have not been a fan of most of the Chattanooga stuff I've tried. So there's that. Oxygen setup, oh boy. Anyway, that's what we're working with for this person who won the samplers. And I'm taking this time, which is 2 hours. Hello, which is 2 hours now. That was the 6:30 warning to turn things off, which I haven't done in a week. I am breathing incorrectly because I'm so wound up. Yeah, it's just the style, yeah. So I used to copy, like, to learn how to draw things. And also people would shit on me for that. Like, you're copying. It's like, yes, that's how I learned how to do things, you moron. But I, like, drew a lot of Garfield for a while. I remember doing that for some reason. Then anime. You know, I started getting into anime. I wanted to draw that kind of stuff. What was really awkward for me is I would often draw, like, boobs. Not just to draw boobs, but as, like, a character who was female would have breasts, and I made them, and I'd feel weird about it because I just had to draw boobs, you know? It was one of those little things that racked my brain when I was younger. It felt so awkward to the point that I just didn't do it. It was a weird one. I was trying to see, I was trying to make the thing, but by doing it, I also was like, yeah, that is a thing. Felt very awkward. We have a lot of Chattanooga samples here. This one says 218. That tells me nothing. It's a red one and it says 218. And it doesn't look like it's been opened at all. Ugh. Some Christmas stuff. We have some that are just labeled. Number 4. Number 4, F. Tomatin cast strength. Looks like I sampled that. At least some of these I've sampled for sure. Like I could tell. But this one I don't know what it is. Like we have vials of who knows what in here. Yep, that one's E. So I do have some cheat sheets over here. And if I can figure out what these are, that'd be great. We're not going to do that. And it does look like I put stuff I've either sampled and tried or stuff I haven't sampled and just didn't like. I didn't do this one. I'm not going to now. Maybe I did. It still got the tape on it, so I assume I didn't. But this is a Chattanooga whiskey batch 12 honey mead. That's interesting. Still, I have had very little luck with Chattanooga. Maybe they're doing something new now. The same thing can be said for, who else? Cedar Ridge. Like I tried some of Cedar Ridge's early stuff. It was not good. It was not. It was new. It was young. It wasn't ready. But they've since improved drastically, I hope. I don't know for sure. I sure hope. That's an option, but it's a silly option. And this is, remember, this is a Crown bag, and I usually keep my medallion in here. It is not in here now because it's in the box, which is over there. Now I moved it. Now I don't know where it is. Great. Great. Swell. This is my bag of things, or my box of things. I have no idea what that is. It's a cassette. I know that much. We have some of these, which is tempting. It's tempting. But, you know, doing Wild Turkey 101 is a bit too basic. As much as I love this stuff, and it's a bit of a nod back to my early days. Ugh. Exactly. I have to draw boobs all the time now. I love boobs. Everyone loves boobs. All right, let's make that clear. We are humans and we are born wanting boobs. It is a natural instinct. You can't argue with me about that. This is a lot of nostalgia stuff. Like I got Whiskey Tribe stuff. This is a charred piece of barrel that we got for being patrons at some point, I think. I have the rainwater that they have. Somehow some of it's evaporated. The 101 8-year? Oh, sorry, I have no idea. Let me check. What do I have on my shelf anymore? That's another thing. It's like I've had whiskey on my shelf for so long that hasn't moved. I haven't touched it at all. But I still can kind of figure out where things are. Wild Turkey should be right in front of me, right here. Yeah, this one? Yeah, this one. Oop. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Stop. There we go. Because if that's the one, yes. I did a video about it, apparently. That was a contribution by Cliff Smith, I'm sure. What's to do with that? You have my brother's gift to me from ages past. This is how I know that Blue Label isn't that great. It's not bad, but for the price, this is great. If you want to get yourself, if you want to get a friend, the Blue Label, this is how. And I still don't know how much this was. I think it was like 50 bucks, 40 bucks. Some dumbass price. Which is honestly cheaper than it is now, I imagine. What the hell? Yeah, someone's going to Como. What is this? It's a piece of wood. Undo shelfer? Then absolutely not. We are on month 8 of Brian not buying any whiskey bottles. So far, so good. That's a piece of wood. Who knows what this was? Ugh, it smells weird. Oh, wait. No. Maybe? It doesn't smell quite right. But I have a piece of wood in a bag and it smells funny. There's that. My immediate thought is it might be that cinnamon junk, that wood, which I forget the name of, which was very popular for a hot minute. And it made anything it touched smell like Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something. Help me out there. I don't know what that is. We have some grain. They use this at the Whiskey Vault to make their whiskey. And this is some of the peat. This is all like silly shit. But they sent it to us as patrons. They don't send us stuff like that anymore. And there's a lot of stuff that I thought I was going to do with the tribe that never really happened. But that's, you know, part of the reason is because it backed off entirely from whiskey. So, that. We have our Blanton's toppers here. We're still waiting to get the rest of them magically. We got Whiskey Nose's covers here. His tap. Yeah. Still have these. Haven't used them because I got 3 of them. So this is just plenty for a flight of 3. A lot of coins. The other one. We have the toppers for T and N. So if anyone wants to send me a Blanton's bottle that has the rest of them, I recommend you do. The gag is that I never have to buy one. I didn't have to buy those. Those were given to me. It's how I can tell. It's a lesson in the fact that Blanton's are single barrels. They all taste slightly different. Some taste good, some taste bad. And in the case of those 2 toppers, one was the good one and one was the bad one. In fact, do I? No. Maybe? I do. Do I? Hold, please. Oh, it's heavy. I'm not distracted, you're distracted. Leave me alone. No, that's not it. Where is it? Do I still have it, or did I actually get rid of it? I sure hope I got rid of it. It was bad. Is it down on the shelf of shame? I don't think so. This is not a shameful bottle. This is also the shelf of I don't have room for anything else. All right, I bet it's around somewhere. I can feel it laughing at me right now. But somewhere in all of this, there is probably a Blanton's bottle that knows it is bad. Where are you, you son of a bitch? All right. Well, I'm not finding that without going up more of a tangent. Newer Singer, 6-year. Single barrel, Old Fit 7, Green River Full Proof. Did you quit buying? Yeah, well, if you quit drinking, if you basically stop drinking, that becomes much easier. I haven't been into a liquor store in a hot minute. And if I went into one, it was only because I was buying something that was non-alcoholic. Probably... Ooh, no, that's right. I did buy a Guinness. Like not the right one. Not the one I wanted. It was like a Guinness Stout for St. Patrick's Day. So that was March. It's the last time I remember being in a liquor store. Ugh. And we have another coin. I was thinking about this coin, not this coin, but a Whiskey Tribe coin. I always carry it in my pocket, but even though I know like no one's going to Whiskey Tribe me coin me, they're just not going to do it. It doesn't happen. I like this one. This one's cute. I don't know how many times I've gone through all this stuff. This is Lefroy peat in a bottle. It comes with a little official Lefroy thingy there. Can you read that? I can't read that either. It says Lefroy, I swear. Yeah. Why is this upside down? Oh, it's one of Aquavita's early bottles. He sent me the Karen 16-year-old. It's not whiskey until it's shared. Agreed. Sharing whiskey is what I like. I have a lot of it to share. Oh, we have a mystery bottle. God damn it. We have a bunch of samples I haven't opened. Oh, Old Forester. That's right. Yeah, we waited on that for a while. Then, but I have one we need to sample together at some point. Peerless Rye, Loch Ness Hide and Go, Mash and Journey Pick. 6.5 years, 109.8 proof. It is a rye, so you can enjoy that. Ooh, I forgot about this one. This is a very, very old Macallan 12 year. I don't know what it's going to taste like, and I'm so curious to open it, but you guys don't see them like this anymore. See? Focus. Do it. Stop focusing on the bottles. Ah. All right, get the idea. What does everything of Milton Duff? Here's the thing. I'm going to drink the whole thing, which is what part of the celebration is about. I'm really at the end of like, Here, you throw that away. It says heavily peated. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for heavily peated right now, but maybe. Oh God, so many blank files. Like, look at the color on that. I have no idea what it is. It's frustrating. Some of these that do have labels, I'm like, I don't know. There's another one. Mash and Journey pick. I'm surprised they have this many Mash and Journey picks, to be honest. Speaking of, Mash and Journey. Topper. So I have 4 of those. Not 4 of his, but 4 of them in general. These are all peated. You want to know what the Hart brothers are? H-A-R-T. Glen Ord 8. First fill sherry butt. 57.5% non-chill filtered, no coloring. The bad plan was in courtesy. It was every, yeah. I feel bad about that. Like, that's one. It's like, you got one of the worst ones possible. And you're like, I don't like bourbon. I'm like, let me try. Oh, yeah, this is bad. Don't drink this. It's just bad. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I think this is all of them. No, it isn't. Internal light. When that happens over there. That is the thing. Ooh. We have 3 little boxes full of this stuff. That's a cover for the mic. Which I do not use. I don't feel like I make enough noise for that big thing. Why are you... Fine. Oh. I have an idea. Sometimes you have to... I have so many of these that just say 1 or 5, or they're labeled, and I just don't know what they are. But we do have that answer sheet, so maybe I'll be able to figure it out someday. We have another one, Zen Boots. Next time we need to drink together, we don't need to go to a liquor store, or a bar. We have a Still Austin Cast Strength Rye. 116 proof. I have the cast strength rye. It's right there. I don't know if that was an Nancy pick, though. Curiouser and curiouser. All right, I think I have my answer. And it's also a smaller amount, which is good. Oh, wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. Hold, please. Dickel Leopold Brothers Rye Collab. Just made a whiskey sour. Nice. Sounds good to me. Whiskey sours were something I did for a minute, but that was also when I was using alcohol as just to get buzzed. I never drank alcohol to specifically get drunk, but I definitely wanted to feel something. And what I mean is I wanted to feel something so I felt less. And that's alcohol for you. All right, I think I have an idea. Since the circumstances are what they are, and since I just found those, again, 3 boxes. 1 big box, or 1 medium box, 1 smaller box, and 1 smaller box. Full of stuff that's whiskey related. Also whiskey. Put these back so they'll not just sit here. My God. Remind me not to do this again. Next time you see me pick up these boxes and start sorting through things, just say, like, put it down. Don't take those things out, put them in a bag or something. Don't look at them. Don't touch them. Because if I do, I'll take them all out and then I have to put them back. Silly bee. All right. Irene said you like that one? All right, cool. All right, I'm supposed to click on comments. Milton Duff can be great. Okay. Sure, you probably did. Like, I don't remember who did what. Indie Scotch, okay. Yeah, anything like that is probably Cliff. My rye section is right behind me. Right here. You can't see it, but... it's actually National Rum Day, by the way. We're gonna nod towards that before this next hour is done, and this whole next part I'm doing is going to become obsolete. And we are going to do that next. I won't forget. Sorry, my brain just stalled out. Hold on. Ah, yes. Sometimes, as some of you know, we do a what day today thing when I can't think of a topic, which is often. And it also leads to just the general curiosity I, as a person, have. One of those things. First of all, it's National Authenticity Day. And while I am being my personal self right now, and I'm actually more myself with you guys than I am out there, I don't think I really need that day. I try to be as authentic as I am. No touchy, yes. National Backflow Prevention Day. That's a weird one. National Roller Coaster Day I can get behind. And it's National Rum Day, which is what I thought about doing, but I realized if I do anything rum related, it's going to be a like a cocktail thing, like a mixed cocktail thing from a liquor store, and I just went, the good rum is not in those, so I decided not to. Yeah, I thought against it. And of course, we're celebrating my liver health. And of course, celebrating early because we have to take, we had to start early because 4-Leaf was not able to go stream today. So, a CPAP device. Uh-oh. Here we are. You guys have to help me with this. I'm going to set up a thing, and hopefully I won't get rid of everything, but it might. If it does, oh well. You guys know how to send money my way if you really want to. I just put that there as like a habit, really. So, if this is going to let me do this, that's the other question. It is not. Oh, please. No. I'm going to start a poll. And for the record, at some point, maybe, possibly, if you want to be in the inner circle, all of you who love this place and have been here numerous times, I highly recommend you become a YouTube channel member, because on occasion, we are leading into doing more members-only content, and that also means doing members-only live streams and doing members-only videos. You get the behind-the-scenes stuff, you get to help me, you get to be involved with the channel more. So consider that, please. Or on Patreon, if you prefer that. But members specifically for the channel, I'm going to try and do more involvement there. Because that stupid crash course thing I did. Rum day is what I heard, yeah. I thought about it and I was like, I don't want that. If anything, it might be a rum finish something. Let's see. Maybe that'll answer the question for me. All right. So we have 3. I must have drank one at some point. Ah, this one probably. Let me see. Nope, not that one. We also have some half-drink samples over here from 4 Leaf, so, and a number of the other ones, so I really need to finish those at some point. There you go. Maybe just a tipple. Just a tipple. Star poll. Which one? So these are all Talnua. Let's start with that. So I'm just going to put T for that, so you know it's Talnua. And then the other info is what I'm actually going to do. Oh. Well, it's a port finish for one of them. Whatever, I'll type the whole word, it's going to bother me. Talnua. We got a Talnua port finish. We got a Talnua. I don't know what that means, but okay. Oldie Saints Keep 2024. I guess I should put the percentage in case you're curious. And this one is also 50%. That's easy. And I believe this last one is not 50%. And this is to where'd you go? Oh, disappeared. Peated cask. All right. And that is 43. Oh, 43%. Boo. Nah, whatever. You guys will help me figure out which one of these samples we're going to have in lieu of 4 Leaf being here, and also to celebrate my good health. My Sláinte. There we are. Enjoy. Yeah, we actually talked about that sort of thing in my fitness center, sort of. It was during the either the fitness center on Friday, which I don't think it was, or during class on either. If it was Wednesday or Thursday, I think it was Thursday. She has one in the gym because she has to. But I guess something happened at a wedding somewhere. There was a conversation. I wasn't listening. Because I usually don't. But I guess there was an emergency at a wedding, and there were a few nurses there, thankfully, in attendance, and they managed to help the guy out. But they were like, hey, we need a CPAP stat. And the place that the owner, not the owner, but the establishment didn't have one, is the thing. And it was like a wedding venue of some sort. So it was one of those like, what? You have how many people here? And you don't have that just in case? Anyway, not a big deal. For me, it was just like, oh, that's an interesting story. So rare indie Talisker. They decided on a rum finish and the whole thing turned green. Wow, that's bad. As much as we compliment colors and stuff, that color is usually shied away from. However, I'm also someone who used to drink copious amounts of Mountain Dew back in the day. So these teeth were expensive. All right, I don't know how long I'm going to keep that running. I can't actually see it very well. There we go. All right, so we got 80% for the port finish. I need to see how many people. Okay, we have 6 concurrent viewers at the moment. And we have officially 5 votes. Someone didn't vote. Someone didn't vote. Although I think the odds are tipped pretty hard right now, so. If the 6th person doesn't vote within the next 4 minutes, we'll do what's going to be done. And it looks like the port finish is the winner thus far. Not a bad idea. Green. Green. I think it's hilarious that to celebrate my good health with my liver, it's taken me the better part of an hour to just decide on what whiskey I'm going to drink. This is going to happen either way. Exactly, Zodard. You ever get like one of those things on your finger, like the skin comes up weirdly, and then you're like, that's weird, and you pull it off, and you know that was a mistake because it hurts now all the time? Yeah. Yeah, I did that. I do on this one too. I think I might have. I wash my hands fairly regularly, and one of the things that's terrifying for me is I don't want to become the individual who has a mental health problem who starts washing their hands too often. I definitely don't do that, but you know. Oh, am I thinking of an AD? I don't know. CPAP. Auto defibrillator. Yeah. Apnea machine. Oh, that's right. Okay. That's fine. I guess that's not as bad, thankfully. I think my brother used to have one of those. I don't know if he still uses it. And there's rumor that I should have one, but my phone will tell me, my phone tells me I snore, which I know. I'm not going to do anything about that other than like sleep on an incline, which I start to think isn't great for my back. My lower back is kind of like, oh, what are you doing? I wake up a little stiff these days. I wonder why. All right, we seem to have a winner. So let us close that. The Tallulah Port Finished has won by a landslide, as they say. How do I turn this off? End poll. Tell me if you like polls. That's the thing I can do. Hangnail disease. I wouldn't call it that. It's not even on the nail area. It's like over here. A fair distance away. It's just one of those little things that happened. I do not. I can't say I'm a germaphobe, but there's a consciousness about where my hands are placed and what I do with them sometimes. Especially when it comes to door handles. So if you pay attention, if you're around me and you see me opening a door, I will open it in a very distinct way that is like, this is probably where people touched it the least. Usually it's either from the bottom or the top, and the bottom seems like the correct answer unless you think about small children. They can reach that, and they're disgusting. So usually I will go from the bottom, usually, because it just seems like the more obvious choice. But I don't like to think too much about it. Yeah, the idea is to touch an area that is touched less. Poles, fins, latavins, latvanians. So here we are. This is also the 125th anniversary Parks and Wildlife Port Finish. I didn't put that on there because it didn't matter. Tallulah Port Finish, got it. But it's the 125th anniversary Parks and Wildlife. I wish Four Leaf could be here to tell us a little more about it, but as I said, the reason I'm live right now, and just now we're starting my stream, so there you go. Everyone from my previous stream, go over to this stream. There you go. Thank you. I recommend it. Yeah, we did a thing. Like, I might ask to do it again, but I didn't enjoy the experience. I felt a little like one of those with the situation, because I was given a machine to wear at night, which I had to put on myself, which was awkward. And I had to sleep with it. And what we discovered from all that was that I snore. That's it. So that's all. That's where the whole entire thing just stopped. So maybe I'll try it again. I'm sure I could convince my nurse practitioner lady to do it. Sometimes she says you have to come in. I'm like, I do not. I do not. But yeah, like officially you need to come in and be diagnosed, or really I'd just be like, hey, this is a thing. Can I get a thing to do it? And they're like, oh, is that lightning? What was that? A tornado? Yeah. Sorry, I saw it as something else when I glanced at the other screen. Oh, that's why. Multi-chat, you're weird. It showed me a thundercloud instead of a tornado. Wrong. There it is. Pouring all of it because we're celebrating. Yeah, I don't like... It doesn't stop. Like, I'm breathing the whole time. It's just sometimes it's a little louder. Want to hear it? I have it on my phone. I've heard myself snore, so it's a little weird. All right, we begin with the color. It looks lovely. Port finish. Impact there. Woo! Ooh. It's fruitier than I thought, and it was definitely Irish whiskey based. Or it seems Irish whiskey based. I don't think that's what Talnua is. I can't remember. My knowledge of Talnua is like, is it? I feel like it's... We're going to find out. To refresh my memory. Yes, okay, good. I'm thinking like 4-leaf, this is Irish whiskey. And I'm going like, no, it isn't. It's one in America. Right? It's in Colorado. Why don't you try to get songs stuck in my head? Yeah. This is an American malt. Definitely smells like Irish whiskey. That's wild. It feels like it's going along with the vibe of Bushmills, if I'm being honest. And I like Bushmills. I drank a lot of Bushmills. In 2020, I purchased a 1.75 of Bushmills Red. It didn't last the year. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's when my brain crossed wires for a second. I'm like, this smells a lot like Irish. Is it Irish? It's 4-leaf channel. No, it's not Irish. As someone who hasn't paid attention to whiskey in a while, that was a reach. I don't know when I got these samples from her, but it was a while ago. I think I won the Patreon thing. I still think she's supposed to send me another one, and I'm not going to bring it up, so. If anyone else does, though. We are only at the point where I'm like, oh, I can do whiskey stuff again. And honestly, it's still a bit... What is weird is there's something in my brain that is distinctly saying American malt and not Irish. Like, I know it is, which helps a lot, but while there is a hint of something like Bushmills, there's also something that's clawing at me like, hey, this is also like Andalusia. And Andalusia does have one that is distinctly made as a triple distill, Irish style. So the fact that those two things are crossing paths in my head for this is a good sign. Or they did it right. I had no idea who he was talking to. That sounds like something Ken would do, yeah. I know, that's my thought process. You're supposed to send more samples. I clearly don't have enough whiskey. I don't know what the samples were, though. That's the catch. Like, I'm pretty sure they were things I wanted to try, but I do not remember what they are. She might know. I don't. Life is hectic, everyone. Things happen. I'm salivating, so we're gonna drink this now. Cheers, everyone. Sláinte. Oh. Ah, thank you, 50%. That felt good. That hasn't gone away. Even when I was drinking whiskey often, there's this little, I have a GERD problem. So any hard alcohol that hits my system first goes, ah, what is that? That stings. Sure does. Unmalted barley, yes. To my health, thank you. To your health, to all of your health. You guys, part of my little journey is to make sure all of you are aware of your own. Everything I do, all the decisions I made, they're not just me. They are the reality, which I think is not easy to hold on to. Like, get enough sleep, drink enough water, eat nutritious meals, get your fiber and protein in, exercise 2 to 3 times a week. Do all those things, and it can improve your health drastically. Oh yeah, and cut out most alcohol, if not all of it. That's the big one. That's the real important one for that one. For that choice I had to do. I wasn't forced to do it. It was a conscious decision, and I've been doing it for 2 years, and it's paid off, and that's great. I am glad that is great. I don't have to feel so tentative with whiskey, but I'm still going to. Alcohol itself is still a very nasty material for my liver. My liver said I had enough. Don't you start back to where you were again? God damn it. And I never will. That's the good thing. That's the takeaway from this. I never will. Ever. My health has improved too much for me to go back to consuming alcohol on any, like, regular basis. Sorry, guys. No more live streams where I'm just drinking. Other than this one. They will be a rarity. I like the texture. A little dry, a little prickly. Not as fruity as I was expecting. It's more just malt. It's more like malt sweetness. Lovely. Honestly. There were a few janky hotel streams. There sure were. There might be more. Someday. And there is that vague hope of, it feels impossible. Like, I know some of the streamers out there who do some of the stuff I would like to do have a team of people. I do not have that. Nor do I really want that sort of thing. But streaming from hotels is fun. I like the idea of streaming from a campsite. However, streaming from a campsite has a numerous amount of complications to it that I don't know how to solve. So the only solution there is to record video while doing it. That's been the easiest thing for me to do. And we're tying that into the cycling streams as well. Trying to live stream while riding your bicycle is another janky situation that we have right now. There are solutions to it, but I can't afford them. So I don't bother. We're going to be janky cell phone streams for a while. I still haven't looked into that battery, by the way. It's on the list of things to do. Now, since we have our whiskey in hand and we're enjoying it, ooh. There's a building sweetness that happens. It feels kind of aggressive at first, prickly wise. And then there's this swell of sweet malt. Irish character. That's lovely. I'm not seeing any port impact that I'm aware of, other than the nose, like that little fruitiness on the nose. Yeah, it is very real. All I'd really want for it is maybe a better, or maybe I could just mess with it, like having the stream be more stable, so it's not like, you know, getting jolted every time I hit a bump. Something that could handle that sort of thing better. But honestly, that does feel like something that would be more prone to having a GoPro and having some kind of attachment that would just, you know, be, what do they call that? Stabilized. There we go. That'd be good if I could stabilize it. Mm-hmm. Unless I start flying on my bicycle into the air. That's an idea. Somehow film that as a joke. And I'm off. E.T. Yeah, this is AI. Welcome to the future. I'm making this bike ride extremely realistic. Somehow. Not even trying. I forgot I moved that. That was confusing. That used to be over here, and now I moved it over here in the corner. There was empty space here, and it was bothering me, because I've shifted things around. Like, this is in a different spot. This is moved over to... Bongo Cat's on top of it. What's happening here? Bongo, what are you doing? You've moved. You're supposed to be right there. Cripes. Where are the things? Oh, I don't have any on. That's why. Oops. Nice. There we go. Bongo Cat for the rest of the evening. Maybe $20 gimbal. We do have an attachment that works. Like it's not stabilized, but it doesn't move too much. And that's something Kathy Huey helped me get, so it works. But I think I just have to tweak it. Like I have to lock it in a little better. But what's been troubling and what I don't, the reason it's not quite set. It is very happy for my olive update. Is because I want to make sure it's still a little maneuverable, and unfortunately that is also involved with it. It's going to jitter a little bit for like hard bumps and such and potholes. But I like to be able to adjust it, because sometimes I'll look at it and be like, it's pointing at the grass a little too much. We're just gonna. It's fine. I'm not gonna mess with it too much. Veg, the ER for pets. Or is it VEG? All right, there's something I know here. Voila. I need this to be in view, but not in the way. Beep. Goes there. This goes here. Please. Oh. There's my mistake. Why is it doing that? You could just... There we go. All right, I can't see myself at the moment. That's fine. Whiskey Newspaper. Hello, welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, greatly appreciate it. Nice. Four Roses is a favorite of mine. Especially the single berry. If you like that one, and if you can get it, like I don't know what it's like over there, but there is the small batch select. I can't see what I'm doing. It's a small batch select. As you can tell, I've enjoyed this one quite much. Small batch select is a bit more expensive, but it's 52%, and I enjoy it as the standard because the single barrels are single barrels, so they're always a little bit different, even though they're always good. I have yet to have a single barrel that wasn't good. This is something that's in that same cask strength range, single barrel range. I like it. Maybe I'll pour a little bit of it. No, I won't. Back to what we were doing. I got myself distracted. Now we can have the joy of figuring out what we're going to do for this winner of the Alzheimer's samplers. The Scotch whiskey area is going to be interesting. And let me get this set up just so. We're changing everything now. We're going on foot. We're going standing here. That's my fly. I'm going to do the rest of the stream like this. Can I get away with that? It's an angle. Look at that. Try that. It makes my arms look real long. Yeah, the recipe stuff. Look for the Cedar Ridge wine barrel finish. What do you mean? Ugh. So, here's the plan. I have to look at this, so I have that ready. And I think we've set up the camera to be okay. Let me actually do this. No, never mind. I still can't see what I'm doing. Couple beginner or transition Scotch whiskeys, unpeated. An Irish whiskey. A couple American single malts, easy. Talnua? No, they're not getting my Talnua samples. And a rye or a bourbon with some kind of finishing that is not some other type of rye or bourbon. We have this one. This is the one that came to mind immediately for me. So this is still 630. I bought this at the distillery. I still can't see myself, so I'm worried about me not being in the right position. Here we go. There she is. American whiskey. Port finished. Now here's the thing. It's mostly rye. Rye whiskey finished in Noblesse Winery port wine barrels. Why they call it American whiskey is a little confusing. But this is 60.55%. Enjoy. Oh boy, that's going to be rough. I don't know what kind of Irish whiskey he's had. That's my complaint at the moment. What's it say? Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. I've had a couple Irish whiskeys and enjoyed them both. So that's 2. But it's been a while. Okay. Okay. He only gets 7 samples. That's the problem. He's kind of he's put me in a corner with how many he wants of each. Not completely. Transition Scotch whiskeys unpeated. So that's 2 Scotch, 1 Irish, 2 American single malt, and then 2 bourbon and rye. We have one that's a rye. And it's definitely finished. He's going to look at the color of this and be like, what the hell is that? It's dark. It's black. Bauer tools? What are those? You know what I have to do, right? If I'm going to get anyone an Irish whiskey, this is it. I want to do something big and fancy, but we're talking about someone who doesn't drink Irish whiskey much at all. Irish whiskey, Redbreast 12. That's the one. The Scotches, though. Oof. Asking me for unpeated stuff. Ugh. I guess we can do this one. I don't think this has any peat in it. No. If it does, I don't smell it at all. Imagine your Korea. I think this will be fun. It might be a bad idea, actually, come to think of it. There's part of me that's like, oh yeah, get them interested in Scotch. Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, obviously. And then the thought of dollars go through my head. Someone wants to be interested in Scotch for the first time. I send them this, a very fancy Scotch Malt Whiskey Society Scotch bottle. And then they're like, oh, I want to join the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. I love that bottle. And then they're poor because they joined that and bought everything. I'll just hand it back here. Ugh, just telling me basics. I don't need no basics. Okay, the space side. And it's finished. We did figure out which distillery this is too. I forget which distillery it actually is, but you guys know. Look up Society Cask 85.88. 13 years old to boot. That's pretty good. There's a reason why I got that one. Arna bottles from Roy Open. They are. Come to think of it. That's an idea. I still have to get in touch with Roy. Oh God, hold on. He'll die happy but poor, yeah. Oh, good. I was going to try to remember what that app is that everyone uses that I don't. Oh God, I forget it's midnight. Shit. I just sent a message at 12:30. Oops. 12:28, whatever it is. All right, peated stuff is up top. There is the temptation to send someone who does not want peated stuff the green label. But there's also the black label. I can barely smell anything in here that's peated. But we do know it's got Talisker in it and Cole Isla. So there's definitely peat in there. What do we remember about the black? It's got like a bunch of stuff, right? I have this tiny black label that I never opened. Age 12 years. And unfortunately, it doesn't tell me who's in it. But I know for certain there's some peated stuff. And I should open that because it's been almost a year since I went across the country and visited my friend. And I bought that specifically for us to try, but we never got around to it. I knew like probably buying the bottle, I wouldn't actually drink it. This is when I was still kind of iffy about alcohol. Still am. You might be right about the SMW. Excuse me. Oh, but what are you doing back there? You're not supposed to be back here. I have Clan Leash. Clan Leash isn't peated, is it? I can't remember anything. It's been so long. I know this is part of this. This one's definitely in the black, in the Johnny Walker Black. It is. The problem is I've never had the Aaron. The reason they are there is not because they've been open, it's because they were given to me to do videos about, and I haven't. So I don't even know if I like those, so I can't recommend them. Oh boy, that's not good. Yeah, you got it. That sounds good. That's 2 good scotches. I'll be kind this once. I won't send him any peated stuff. Because we are talking about getting into scotch. And I feel like going to that when they're also asking for American malt. They might not even be able to tell that those are scotch. Not even. Okay, there is an obvious one right in front of me. Oh, well. No, that's not it. I grabbed the wrong one. There we go. What do you guys think? American malt, courage and conviction. This is a specialty pick by Reed Tan. I'm pretty sure about that. Just look at how fancy it is. Is it? It's gotta be. Oh, Cliff, where are you? You could help me with this. Unless it's that one. No, it's not that one. There's this. This is not the rye version, but I have it. That's a story from earlier today. My eye. I got 2 Eagle Rare bottles up here. It's ridiculous. What are you? I am back. Ah, okay. Actually, that. This has got to be Irene's. There's no other way I would have this. There's no other reason I would have this kind of bottle. So I can kind of lure him in with that. Like, not only is this courage and conviction, it's also a specialty pick, which is why it's 58%. I also don't know where their limit is on alcohol proof. That's a problem. They say they drink whiskey, so they went into a whiskey-centric raffle. So that's where I have to land. It's like they like whiskey. What their range of flexibility is, I don't know. Okay, we're at 5. I feel like the rest of these should be a little lower. Oh god, this is almost empty. Oh, please. Okay, it's fine. A lot of air makes me nervous. I need to finish that bottle and get rid of it. I have another one back there, which is fine. We're staying away from Irish whiskey now. We have 1 malt complete. We need another. And god awful, do I not have the lower percentage stuff. That one definitely has peat in it, so we're not doing that. I don't like that one. Ooh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I shouldn't have looked up here. Oh no. We may have a little more whiskey tonight than I realized. Haven't tried this before. Andalusia Striker, old fashioned. So this is an old fashioned in this bottle, and they are delicious. Just add ice. It also reminds me I still have that giant can of Luxardo cherries to open someday. The only reason I haven't is because I don't have an ability to do it. I keep telling myself I need to go and purchase some kind of manual can opener at Savers. I gotta have one. I just don't. Going to Savers tomorrow, I guess. Oh. What else did I need to get at Savers? Clothes? If I do, I don't remember what kind of clothes it is. Okay. Ah. No, these are. Ah. I think. I'm gonna read this over one more time. See what's going on here. da. American single malt, different finished bourbon or rye, etc. A port finished rye from Cedar Ridge. Da 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 da. So they've had Westward before. Now the question is, do I want to send them a Westward that is a special release? Here's the question here. Because we're not talking about basic Westward. We're talking about a Westward that we've seen. If you saw the video, which was a while ago, when I went across the country. But this is a Westward that has also got some rye in it. 88% malted rye, 12% malted, 88% malted barley, 12% malted rye. Exclusive release. You can only get it at the distillery. And that might be gone now. Pretty sure they do like monthly stuff. I don't remember loving it. But I don't remember disliking it either. Oh, decisions. I have a very limited range when it comes to malts up here. A lot of them are either local or not that great. Some of them are not open. I have a Balcones, which isn't a malt. Let me see, is it? I forget. Pretty sure it isn't. Oh, I don't know. It just says independent spirits on it. We have Lost Lantern stuff up here, so these aren't necessarily American malts. This one definitely isn't. This is the they're all across America version. Cask strength. We did get that. Can't do Balcones. We have a Westward malt, but it's not great. I don't like it, so I can't even recommend it. And then we have this side, Lost Lantern. Everything here is Andalusia. So, do we want to throw a curveball in there? Excuse me. Please forward, my good fellow. Do we want to do a curveball with sending them an American malt, single malt, but it's in the Irish style? Because that's definitely this. And this is another bottle that's low. God damn it. I haven't been to Andalusia in a minute and bought with this, but I can also buy this online. Oh, that smells so good. Because this next to Redbreast is going to see very close. Not the same thing. Not by far, not the same. But close. If I had some Tal New, I'd send them that. But I think throwing that in the mix is good because that way I give an American malt and a an Irish style. Combo, 2 for 1. Nice. Oh, great. One more. I really hope they don't watch this stream. But I haven't said anything about my YouTube channel. All right, what was the last one? The last one. So we have 2 Scotch, 1 Irish, 2 malts, American malts specifically, 1 from Andalusia, 1 from Virginia. Westward is still tempting, but as far as my preference, I'm not going to grab that. And bourbon or rye finished. So that's where this one comes in. It's a rye finished in port. American whiskey. And now we need a bourbon finish? Oh boy, bourbon is my largest section, but finished bourbon is not. That is not in here. Oh, I could just be mean. Wait, no. Oh, wait a minute. No. Nope. 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 We do have a Cedar Ridge over here, by the way. This was donated to the channel, I'm sure. I have never bought one of these. By who? Brian, you... Never had bottles I'm not sure of, and I don't see a number, something on them. I get really annoyed. We have the fire starter, fireside here. I just call it fire starter because this is the 140.8% Irene Tampic from Fireside, but I just call it fire starter because it could start a fire. Chat is not moving again, please. There we go. Right. What's the time? Okay, we got plenty of time. What do I want to do? What am I gonna do? I don't want to send a 2 rise. Yet even then, I don't see anything finished over here. It's rye. This is a tough one. No. Gosh. We found a hole in my collection. It's fine because I have so much bourbon. But the simple fact that I have a lot of bourbon that isn't finished. And finishing is still rightly new. Only specially releases. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. No. I don't think I like this one, which is a problem. But we're talking about options. This will be a wild one. This will throw them off real hard. I'm not saying it's one I really like. Now it's Bourbon Night. Back in the day, this is one of their older releases. You had to be on Patreon to get it, I believe. But it is called Kind of a Big Peel. Gymnastic floor music, what the hell? And this is from Starlight. Fairly well known. And this one is a bourbon whiskey finished in VDN barrels. I forget what VDN barrels are. Hey Google. What is a VDN barrel? I think I
know. A VDN barrel, or VDN cask, is a wooden aging barrel previously used to mature vin du naturel, a French lightly fortified sweet wine, or vino de naranja, a Spanish orange macerated wine. Distilleries use this.
No. Answer the question and shut up. God damn. So there you go. It's a fancy wine. It's basically my takeaway. There you go. That'll do. It's not one I particularly like, but he's not asking for what I like. He's asking for a type of, orange wine, yeah. That's why it's kind of a big peel. Orange influence is definitely there. I think that'll do it. Again, I have a limited amount of finished stuff for bourbon, but now we, unsurprisingly, find it's Bourbon Night gave me something. Sorry, I definitely bought that. I bought that over 2 years ago. Whiskey Sensory Shenanigans. Hello, welcome. This is for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, greatly appreciated. We're drinking whiskey because we had good news about my liver situation. It has improved, which is good. Very good. Very good news. My liver was getting to a tipping point of like, yeah! And now it has improved because of a lot of lifestyle changes I've done. We do not drink often here. We used to. We don't anymore. Thank you, Four Leaf, for the sample. Yes, very good news. Everyone's very pleased. I'm kind of like, good. Good thing. Yeah. What do you guys think? That's good? We'll go over it one more time. And since Sensory Shenanigans was not here, Someone won a prize. I donated a raffle item to Whiskey Mountains and her Alzheimer's fundraiser, which she did, I want to say a week ago, honestly. I don't remember. But the person who won, I've gotten in touch with them. I told them I'm Whiskey Som. I'm telling them, like, hey, I can do stuff for you here. Yeah, what you want? Just like that. Now, I'm not doing anything too crazy. So what we've gotten here as the final is they're curious about Scotch. They don't really want to venture into peated, and I'm like, fine. Fine. If I want to introduce people to Scotch, don't go straight to the peat. Got it. They already had an experience, apparently. They had a Lagavulin Offerman edition as an introduction to Scotch. And as someone who doesn't particularly like Lagavulin, I can understand the hesitancy to go down the peat train. So we have Clanlish 14, which is used in Johnny Walker Black. That's where we're getting a little aside. We have a specialty release that I picked up this bottle from the kindness of the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society reaching out to me and allowing me to let others know about their stuff. And I think you got, it was like half off or some nonsense. First bottle free, was it? Something crazy. It was something weird. No, it was you buy a bottle and then you get a year in the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society for free. That's what it was. I don't know if my code still works. But if anyone's curious about joining the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, get in touch with me and I can give you the code and you can find out for me. Because I don't know. I don't know if they put an expiration on it. So that's our second one. It's really good. I really like it. It is a 14-year. It is called Nothing Else to Do, which is what sold me on the title sold me. Tasting notes are orchard fruit, raspberry brownie, Bakewell tart, cherry menthol, and sangria with hints of wood and pickled ginger. Hell yeah. Say no more. They said they're curious about Irish whiskey. They haven't had many. And if anyone's like, what Irish whiskey should I try? I am defaulting to this, Redbreast 12. There you go. Easy. And aside to that idea is they're asking about American malts. We have an American malt right here. It is Andalusia, single malt, triple distilled in the Irish whiskey style. So it is American single malt in the Irish whiskey style. So it's going to seem like Irish whiskey, but it isn't. That'll be a good little trick. They may think I gave them two Irish. Who knows? Then I forgot where it was. Scotch, Irish, going through the malts. Then, of course, we have another big bang, which is Irene Tan. Did a pick from Virginia Distilling. This is Courage and Conviction. This is American Malt. That's number 2. Then they were curious about bourbon/rye with finishing, which the first one that came to mind, thankfully, was this one from Still 630, which is in Missouri. I went there specifically with a friend of mine. He lives in Missouri. We picked out this bottle as a purchase for me. And it says American whiskey, port finished, but it is technically a rye finished in port wine. What was the other thing? Huh? Make up your mind. Rye whiskey finished in port and bourbon finished. That's why it's a rye. Okay, got it. So there's bourbon and rye in here and it's finished. Exactly what he wanted. Boom, done. I did both of them. Oops. Oh, there you go. Nice. Yeah, I gave mine to her like just before the stream started, so I completely thought she wasn't going to get it, but she did. Lucky. She did have it on her mind when she was starting the stream, which is good. So there's that. So it's a rye and bourbon mixed together with port finished. Blended together to showcase the best Missouri produce, and that's why they're calling it American whiskey. Mix rye and bourbon together, and then finish it in port. Boom, American. Done. Overland Drams, so from Still 630, was a special guest. He's a good guy. Like, I'm pretty sure he was the guy who gave us the tour. Because he was talking about the fact that he was a lawyer, and that he went out of his way to make sure Missouri whiskey was from Missouri only. So that's kind of the wood, the grain. I guess it has to be aged in Missouri, of course. And that's a big process. That's a process to get that done. And then it's a process to have that happen. Like, he made it harder for himself, but for a reason. Because you can't get anything else. You can't, if you set your own rules like that, you're stuck with them. And that does make things a little more difficult for the distilleries. But whatever. Doesn't mean they have to do it. If you want to call it Missouri whiskey, then I guess they have to. Cool. That's funny. That's an education right there. Coincidence? Yes, it is. That's weird. And then we have a final finish, which is probably the only one I could think of in my collection, which is a Starlight Distillery. This is their bourbon, and it's finished in VDN barrels, which apparently is fancy orange wine, which is why it's called Kind of a Big Peel. That's what he wanted. Boom, done. And I still can't think of anything else that's finished in something. Clang. That's annoying me, by the way. The sudden realization that I have so few finished bourbons. I have plenty of bourbon, though. You can't say I don't. Oh, there's this, of course. Obvious. Angel's Envy. Duh. I think these are going to be more interesting. Angel's Envy is the thing. It's good. And a reminder, this is a special bottle to me because it's different now. It says to KillCo WM Whiskey Musings. Open at 500 subs or as needed. We definitely opened it as 500. Thank you, John McKellen, again for this bottle. I remember to put the name on it. There you go. There you go. Good stuff. Yeah, it really narrowed it down for me. Now I just have to bottle it up. Or sorry, sample it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, we're good. Excellent. Now I'm going to pour myself a little of this after the stream. This is my celebration right here. Striker smoked old fashioned. Yes, please. Do I have any ice? Ooh. Oh, I don't think I do. I'm not exactly prone to making ice balls when I do not plan to drink anything like that. That sucks. All right, we'll fix that. We'll fix that soon. I will set that in my head to get those started, so I can have some ice balls again. Balls. Mongo Cat demands attention. Beep. We got about 11 minutes left in the stream. I may or may not do a gaming stream tonight because I decided that this Sunday is going to be a wild, crazy Sunday. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. And I have to remember to give him a card, like my business card thing, which I have to change, by the way. Now that we're officially KillCo Mental Musings, I have to change everything. We've changed our email. We've changed all our social media, I think. And we have to change my business cards at some point, which thankfully I've given most of them away. It's just a matter of getting more. And nothing really has to change because I didn't say I was a... It says I'm a whiskey somm on it, which is important. But it also says the most important part is on the back. And it says, you are awesome to the person holding the card. But it also says, a man of many talents. Speaking is one of those talents. Because it's true. You watch his channel long enough. I do a lot of stuff. That was the last drop of that Tell Me. That was very nice. I enjoyed that. I'll have to tell 4-Leaf we drank it. Where is the sample? So I can... There it is. I'll let her know. Yeah. This one. We have so many others. Yes. As soon as you said it to me, I was like, well, obviously, I'm not going to tell you to come down here after work. Screw that. Like, no. Do it now. Do it now. Get your cookies. Enjoy them throughout the week. Go to Italy. God damn. That'll be fun. What's the time difference there? You can't exactly watch my live streams at night. It'll be like 3 in the morning if you do that. That's a guess. I have no idea. I know Scotland right now is 12 midnight. So the time zone for Italy, I assume is similar. Because 7 p.m. here is midnight over there. I know that for sure. For sure, dude. That's why Whiskey Sensory Shenanigans. Was it Whiskey Sensory Shenanigans? Who else is from London? Who's on the other side? Who was it? What crazy person's up so late? Whiskey Newspaper. Hopefully they went to bed. 6 hours, yeah. 2 hats. Jinx indeed. I also may do some of this. This is actually a hat I got ages ago. It's called Sea Witch. And we are exploring cannabis again over here because it is my medication. It's my personal medication. Like, I use it when I feel like I should. And I don't plan to go anywhere if I do. But Sea Witch is a brand name of cannabis. So I think what I'd like to do at some point is to try a bunch of their stuff. They have, like, drinks. They have, like, cannabis drinks, which I can try. See that? It's pretty good. Scotland is 5 hours. Yeesh. And it's almost 1 a.m. now, but when I start my stream at 7, midnight. Midnight. I'm looking forward to this. I have so many other things to do once the stream ends, though, so don't bet on me starting a game and stream, but I do want to play the game before I go to sleep. And I do want to add more mods, so honestly, I might just do modding instead. But we'll see. We'll see how I can juggle everything, because gaming wants to be done. Interesting whiskey wants to be drank, specifically old-fashioned style. That. Dinner needs to happen. Laundry should happen. Bicycle needs to come inside. Where to begin? Dinner is easy. I'm very lucky that I set up some dinner stuff for me on Friday. Yeah, I did. I managed to ground some ham beef. Cook some ground beef. And then make some mac and cheese. And that is basically poor man's. Well, I guess poor man's. Technically, it's a luxury. Poor man's hamburger helper. They go well together. Busy boy. So I just have to reheat that. Done. Dinner complete. So it's going to be, that's dinner. A smoothie needs to happen as well. So I need to drink this with some pacing, but also after. Sorry. I need to finish it before I have the smoothie. And the smoothie will go with the dinner. And then I'll have a fair amount of protein in my system. I had some steak tips today. So there's a chunk of protein, I hope. 20 at least. I could also have a protein bar, but I don't want to do that. Protein bars are for when I'm exercising. They're not for snack. I should get some granola bars that are like 10 grams of protein, and also they're kind of a snackable thing, because the ones I have are 10 grams of protein, but they're not quite snackable. It feels like I'm eating a candy bar. It's not a candy bar. But if you're wondering what those ones are, they're called Puff. So if you've ever been curious about protein bars, the Puff ones are my nutritionist approved. And they're very soft. They're like the opposite of what some protein bars are. So you get a lot of protein bars and then this big, stiff, chewy thing. And I don't like them. Whiskey Sensory Shenanigans, enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy. I will be at the Wizard Academy someday again. I still have to get level 3 some. But it's mainly a money situation, and it has not improved. Gas and airplane tickets have not gotten cheaper, and the class itself is $2,000. So there's that. And with stuff like my parents having to buy an entirely new septic system, it's going to be a minute. I'll look into it for next year, because I do feel like it needs to be done soon, or else I'm not going to do it at all. And now that my health is a little better, I can go into a whiskey class and be like, I can drink some whiskey. And then I won't drink whiskey for 2 months. That'll be the situation. Or sip and spit. That's always an option, but I don't like it. I don't like spitting things out. It's not that I feel bad about spitting whiskey out. It's like, don't like spitting things out in general. As a whole, I don't like spitting. Even when I'm brushing my teeth, I know I have to spit. I'm like, this feels gross. That's a me thing. I'll send a picture of this or something. And we still have 2 other Talnuas to deal with at some point. And I do have all these samples that she gave me, so I may have to increase my whiskey drinking a little bit, but that's mostly to just get rid of stuff. I had to find potentially undiagnosed cardiac patient. That's disturbing. Don't look at my heart, AI. Get away from me. I love the idea we're using technology. But remember, everybody, in Cyberpunk 2077, which isn't far away, 2077 is not that far, one of the things that happened was the internet got overtaken by rogue AI. And if you accidentally tap into it, it kills you. Don't forget that. Don't go beyond the veil. Don't let AI do everything. Don't do it. Remember critical thinking skills. In my field, sensory skills cannot be absorbed by AI yet, but they can certainly take information from other sources and just regurgitate it. Like, I bet AI knows what bourbon tastes like and smells like because it's out there on the internet. And it's a lot of bourbons seem similar. There's a bit of repetition with bourbon. Same thing happens with rye. Same thing happens with Irish whiskeys. So if it's pulling information on the internet, it can give you an idea, but it'll never tell you directly. It can't smell. It can't taste. That's my job. AI, you can't take it away. Ha! Same goes with food, I guess. AI can tell you the brief idea of what food is, but it doesn't know how it tastes. Lucky. It doesn't know what pizza tastes like. Pizza. This is another Pizza John shirt, by the way, if you couldn't tell. It's a bit Art Nouveau. I don't even know if that's the right word. That just sounds fancy. I used to know artist styles. Now I don't. Which is a good thing, I think. I don't want to know that. That's not knowledge I want on hand. This is Art Nouveau. I want some art people here to get angry. I don't remember what it is. We got 1 minute till the stream ends, everybody. Keep an eye on the channel. I don't think I'll do a stream tonight for gaming. But if I get everything else sorted and at least started, then I will. That might be at 10 o'clock, though. Just keep that in mind. And I'll be back here on Wednesday. If you don't see me tonight, keep an eye out. I'll be on Wednesday for sure. I've been gaming, streaming a lot. We have bicycle streams tomorrow. You'll see me go to my class and come back because that's what I do when I bicycle ride. And most importantly, like, get tomorrow in if you can for the bicycle ride. It'll be 8:30-ish. But we'll have our bike situation cleared up. I got new brakes. We got the gears kind of twitched around. They should be better. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, thank you, reminder to tell me to do laundry and get my bicycle. It's 8 p.m. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. I'll see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.